Most people grow up believing one simple idea: if you work hard enough, success will eventually come. From childhood, we are taught that hard work is the answer to every problem. Study harder, work longer hours, sacrifice your weekends, and one day wealth will follow. It sounds logical and it sounds fair. But the truth is that hard work alone does not guarantee financial success. In many cases, working harder without direction can actually keep people trapped in the same financial position for years. Think about it. Across the world, millions of people wake up early, work exhausting shifts, and return home completely drained. They are working harder than most successful business owners or investors ever did on a daily physical level. Yet many of these people still struggle financially. Why? Because effort alone does not create wealth. If hard work were the only requirement, then every laborer working 12 hours a day would be rich. Clearly, something else matters. The difference is not effort, it is strategy. Wealth is not built by simply trading more hours for money. There are only 24 hours in a day, and no matter how hard a person works, time places a limit on income. If your financial growth depends only on the number of hours you can physically work, then your earning potential will always have a ceiling. You may work harder and harder, but eventually you will hit a wall. Your energy will fade, your health may suffer, and your time will always remain limited. This is why some people work fewer hours but create far greater wealth. They understand that success is about leverage, not just labor. They focus on creating systems, building skills, and making decisions that produce results long after the work is done. Instead of asking, "How can I work more?" they ask, "How can I make my work multiply?" This mindset changes everything. It means learning valuable skills that increase your worth in the marketplace. It means thinking creatively and solving problems that other people are willing to pay for. It means finding ways to make your money work for you through investing, businesses, or assets that grow over time. It means focusing on impact rather than effort. Imagine two people. One works 12 hours every day doing the same task for the same pay. The other spends part of their time learning new skills, building investments, or creating so. Mething scalable. At first, the first person may appear more productive because they are constantly busy. But over time, the second person's effort compounds. Their knowledge grows, their opportunities expand, and their income begins to increase without requiring endless extra hours. This is the power of working smart. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Many people wear exhaustion like a badge of honor, believing that being overwhelmed proves they are moving toward success. But being constantly busy can become a distraction from real progress. Motion is not always advancement. You can run on a treadmill for hours and still go nowhere. Real wealth comes from stepping back and thinking strategically. It requires asking difficult questions. Is your effort moving you closer to freedom, or are you simply surviving another day? Are you building something that grows, or are you trapped repeating the same cycle? Hard work is important. It builds discipline, character, and resilience. But hard work without direction is like rowing a boat with no destination. You may sweat, struggle, and exhaust yourself, yet never reach the shore. The goal is not to stop working hard. The goal is to make sure your hard work is moving you towards something greater. True success begins when effort is guided by strategy, vision, and purpose. Many people believe that success belongs to those who work the longest hours and push themselves to exhaustion every single day. Society often celebrates the image of constant hustle, making it seem as though being busy is the same as being successful. People proudly talk about sleepless nights, endless tasks, and packed schedules as if these are proof that they are moving closer to their goals. But being constantly busy does not always mean progress. In fact, some of the most successful people in the world achieve extraordinary results not because they work harder than everyone else, but because they work smarter. Working smart means focusing on actions that create the highest value instead of simply doing more. It is about making intentional choices, understanding priorities, and directing your energy toward activities that produce meaningful long-term results. It is not about avoiding hard work. Smart work still requires discipline, focus, and persistence. The difference is that every effort is connected to a clear strategy. About a person trying to climb a mountain. One person rushes forward without a map, using all their energy but constantly taking wrong turns. Another person studies the route first, understands the terrain, and chooses the most effective path. Both are working hard, but only one is moving efficiently toward the top. This is the difference between working hard and working smart. Effort without direction leads to exhaustion, while effort guided by strategy leads to progress. One of the most important parts of working smart is learning valuable skills. In today's world, knowledge and adaptability are among the most powerful assets anyone can have. Technology changes quickly, industries evolve, and opportunities shift. People who commit themselves to learning stay ahead because they can recognize and respond to new possibilities. Every new skill increases your value and opens doors that hard work alone cannot unlock. This is why successful people invest so much time in reading, studying, and improving themselves. They understand that knowledge compounds over time, just like money. A single lesson learned today can create opportunities for years to come, while others focus only on completing today's tasks. Smart thinkers prepare for tomorrow's opportunities. Another key part of working smart is building systems. Systems allow your effort to continue producing results even when you are not actively working. A business process, an investment strategy, an online platform, or even strong daily habits can all become systems that multiply results. Instead of solving the same problems repeatedly, successful people create structures that solve those problems automatically. Imagine a farmer carrying buckets of water every day to feed crops. This is hard work and it may keep the crops alive for a while. But another farmer spends time building an irrigation system. It requires effort at the beginning, but once complete, the system continues working efficiently with less daily effort. This is the power of building systems. It turns effort into leverage. Working smart also means knowing where to focus your attention. Not every task deserves equal energy. Some actions create major results, while others only create the illusion of productivity. Successful people identify what truly matters and eliminate distractions. They understand that saying no to low-value activity creates space for high-value opportunities. Many people waste years doing things that feel productive but do not move them closer to their goals. They answer unnecessary emails, attend pointless meetings, and stay trapped in routines that create motion but not growth. Smart workers ask themselves a simple question: is this helping me build the future I want? If the answer is no, they redirect their energy. The truth is that success is not measured by how tired you are at the end of the day. It is measured by the value you create and the progress you make over time. Hard work will always matter, but without smart decisions, it can become wasted effort. Real success comes when intelligence guides effort. It comes from learning continuously, building systems, and focusing on what truly matters. The people who achieve the greatest results are not always the busiest. They are the ones who understand how to turn effort into lasting impact. That is the real secret of working smart. Most people spend their entire lives believing that earning money is the only path to financial success. They wake up every day, go to work, collect a paycheck, and repeat the same cycle month after month. Year after year. They believe that as long as they keep earning, they are building wealth. But earning money and building wealth are not the same thing. A high income does not automatically make a person wealthy. Many people earn large salaries and still struggle financially because they spend everything they make. True financial freedom does not come from how much money you earn, it comes from what you do with the money after you earn it. This is where investing becomes powerful. Investing is the process of making your money work for you instead of you always working for money. It is one of the most important lessons taught by successful investors like Warren Buffett. He often emphasizes that wealth is created not just by earning, but by allowing money to grow over time through smart investments. This simple idea separates people who remain trapped in financial struggle from those who create lasting wealth. Think about this. When you work for money, your income depends on your time and effort. If you stop working, the income usually stops as well. There are only so many hours in a day, which means your earning potential has limits. But when money is invested wisely, it can keep growing whether you are working, sleeping, or spending time with family. This is the power of making money work for you. The greatest advantage of investing is something called compounding. Compounding happens when the money you invest earns returns, and then those returns begin earning returns of their own. Over time, this creates exponential growth. At first, the progress may seem slow and almost invisible, but with patience and consistency, the results can become extraordinary. Imagine planting a small tree. In the beginning, it looks weak and insignificant. Growth appears slow, and it may seem like nothing is happening. But if you continue watering it and giving it time, it grows stronger each year. Eventually, it becomes large enough to provide shade, fruit, and lasting value. Investing works the same way. Small, consistent contributions can grow into significant wealth if given enough time. Many people fail to invest because they believe they need a large amount of money to start. This belief keeps them stuck. The truth is that investing is not about starting big, it is about starting early and staying consistent. Even small amounts invested regularly can grow into substantial wealth over decades. Time matters more than the size of the initial investment. Another reason people avoid investing is fear. They worry about losing money, making mistakes, or not understanding the financial world. These fears are natural, but they should not stop progress. Every skill requires learning, and investing is no different. The key is to start with education. Learn the basics, understand risk, and make informed decisions. Knowledge reduces fear and builds confidence. Successful investing also requires discipline. There will always be temptations to spend money on things that provide short-term pleasure but no lasting value. A new gadget, expensive clothing, or luxury purchases may feel satisfying in the moment, but they rarely build wealth. Investing requires thinking beyond immediate gratification and focusing on future freedom. This is what separates wealthy thinkers from everyone else. They do not see money as something to consume immediately. They see it as a tool for creating opportunities. Every dollar becomes a worker that can generate more dollars. Over time, an entire financial workforce is created, producing income and security, financial freedom. Is not achieved by earning more and spending more. It is achieved by earning, saving, and investing wisely. The goal is to reach a point where your money produces enough income to support your life without requiring constant labor. This is true wealthy ability to live with choice, security, and peace of mind. The lesson is simple but life-changing. Do not spend your whole life working for money. Learn to let money work for you. Start small, stay consistent, be patient, and trust the process. Wealth is not built overnight, but every smart investment brings you one step closer to lasting freedom. Most people spend their lives chasing money, as if it is the most valuable thing they can possess. They sacrifice their health, relationships, peace of mind, and precious moments just to earn more. They wake up earlier, stay up later, and fill every minute with work, believing that if they can just make enough money, everything else will eventually fall into place. But one of the greatest lessons about success is this: money is not your most valuable asset. Time is. Money can be earned, lost, and earned again. A person can lose millions of dollars and rebuild their fortune through effort, skill, and persistence. History is filled with stories of people who lost everything financially and came back even stronger. But no one can recover lost time. Once a moment passes, it is gone forever. No amount of wealth can buy back yesterday. This is why time is more valuable than money. It is the one resource every human receives in equal measure, yet it is spent in dramatically different ways. Every single day you are given 24 hours. It does not matter whether you are rich or poor, powerful or unknown, successful or struggling. Everyone receives the same amount. The difference lies in how that time is used. Some people spend their hours reacting to life, trapped in routines that produce little growth. Others use their time intentionally, learning, planning, building, and creating opportunities that shape their future. This is why successful people protect their time so carefully. They understand that every hour invested wisely compounds into future results. They know that time spent learning a new skill can increase income for years to come. Time spent reading can expand knowledge and sharpen judgment. Time spent building relationships can open doors to opportunities, unities that money alone cannot buy. Time invested in health creates energy and focus that improve every part of life. Many people waste years without realizing it. They become trapped in distractions that feel harmless in the moment but steal enormous potential over time. Hours disappear scrolling endlessly through social media, watching meaningless entertainment, or worrying about things they cannot control. One wasted hour may seem insignificant, but repeated daily, it becomes weeks, months, and eventually years lost forever. Imagine if someone handed you $86,400 every morning and told you that whatever you did not use by midnight would disappear. You would probably spend every dollar carefully, making sure none was wasted. Yet each day, life gives you something far more valuable. 86,400 seconds. Most people spend them carelessly, never realizing their true worth. The people who achieve extraordinary success understand this truth. They do not simply fill their schedules, they fill their time with purpose. They ask themselves powerful questions. Is this activity helping me grow? Is this moving me closer to my goals? Is this the best use of this moment? This mindset creates transformation. Instead of being controlled by urgency, successful people focus on importance. They do not allow every demand to dictate their attention. They make deliberate choices about where their energy goes. They understand that saying yes to one thing often means saying no to something else, so they choose carefully. Using time wisely also means knowing when to rest. Rest is not wasted time when it restores your energy and sharpens your mind. Many people confuse constant activity with productivity, but exhaustion reduces effectiveness. Strategic rest allows better thinking, better decisions, and stronger performance. Time used for reflection and renewal often produces greater long-term results than endless busyness. The greatest tragedy is not failure. It is reaching the end of life and realizing your time was spent chasing things that did not truly matter. Money, status, and possessions may come and go, but the way you spend your time defines the quality of your life. If you truly want wealth, start by respecting your time. Invest it where it creates growth, freedom, and purpose. Learn constantly. Build meaningful relationships. Develop skills that multiply opportunities. Create a life where your hours are spent intentionally rather than wasted carelessly. Money can return after it is lost. Time never does. Every second matters. The future you dream of is being built by how you choose to spend today. Use your time wisely, because it is your greatest and most irreplaceable asset. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is depending entirely on a single source of income. For most people, that source is a paycheck from a job. It feels safe because it arrives regularly, and over time it creates a sense of stability. People begin to believe that as long as they work hard and keep receiving that monthly salary, their financial future is secure. But the truth is that relying on one source of income is one of the riskiest financial positions anyone can have. Imagine a chair with only one leg. It may stand for a moment, but the slightest pressure can cause it to collapse. This is exactly what happens when a person depends on just one paycheck. If that job disappears because of economic downturns, company layoffs, health issues, or unexpected life events, financial stability can vanish overnight. The world changes quickly. Industries evolve, technology replaces roles, and no job is guaranteed forever. Depending on one source of income leaves your financial future vulnerable to forces beyond your control. This is why financially successful people focus on building multiple streams of income. They understand that wealth is not created by depending on a single opportunity. It is created by building different paths through which money can flow into their lives. Multiple sources of income create security, flexibility, and freedom. If one stream slows down, others continue flowing. Think of a river with many branches feeding into it. Even if one branch dries up, the river keeps moving because other streams continue supplying water. But if there is only one source and it disappears, everything stops. This is the power of diversification in income. It creates resilience. Multiple income streams can come in many forms. Some people start small businesses alongside their jobs. Others invest in stocks, rental properties, or dividend-producing assets. Some create digital products, online courses, or content that generates passive revenue. Others develop freelance skills they can offer independently. The form does not matter as much as the principle. Never allow your financial survival to depend entirely on one source. Many people hear this idea and immediately feel overwhelmed. They imagine they need huge amounts of money or endless free time to create additional income. This belief prevents action. The truth is that building extra income often starts small. A single side project, a small monthly investment, or a skill developed during spare hours can eventually grow into something significant. Great financial success rarely begins with dramatic action. It usually begins with consistent small steps. The key is to start where you are. If you have a job, keep doing it well, but use some of your free time to build something beyond it. Learn a valuable skill that others need. Save and invest even modest amounts. Explore opportunities to create value outside your primary work. Every small effort builds momentum. Building multiple streams of income also changes the way you think. Instead of seeing money only as something you earn by trading time, you begin to see money as something that can be created through systems and assets. This mindset shifts you from dependence to ownership. You stop thinking like only an employee and begin thinking like an investor and creator. This mental transformation is powerful because it changes how you respond to life's challenges. When you have only one source of income, fear often controls your decisions. You may stay in situations that make you unhappy simply because you feel trapped. But when you have multiple streams, confidence replaces fear. You gain options. You can make decisions based on growth and purpose instead of desperation. Financial freedom is not about becoming rich overnight. It is about creating enough stability and flexibility to live life on your own terms. Multiple income streams make this possible. They reduce stress, increase opportunity, and allow you to build a future with greater control. The most important step is simply to begin. Do not wait until you have the perfect plan or unlimited resources. Start small, learn as you go, and remain consistent. One stream can become two. Two can become three. Over time, these streams can grow into a powerful financial foundation. A single paycheck may support your present, but multiple streams of income can secure your future. Build wisely, stay patient, and remember that true wealth is not about working harder for one source. It is about creating many sources that work together to build lasting freedom. One of the greatest reasons people fail to build wealth is that they focus too much on immediate results. They want success to happen quickly. They expect major changes after only a short effort. And when those results do not appear, they become discouraged. This desire for instant rewards causes many people to quit too soon, make poor financial decisions, or chase shortcuts that promise fast success but lead to disappointment. True wealth, however, is not built in days, weeks, or even months. It is built through patience, consistency, and a long-term way of thinking. The world often encourages short-term thinking. Everywhere you look, there are promises of overnight success, instant riches, and quick results. Social media highlights people who appear to become successful in a flash, making it seem as if wealth should happen fast. This creates unrealistic expectations. People begin to believe that if progress is slow, they must be failing. But real financial success usually grows quietly over time, often unnoticed in its early stages. Think of planting a seed in the ground. After planting it, nothing visible may happen for days or even weeks. It would be foolish to dig it up every few days to check if it is growing. Growth takes place beneath the surface before it becomes visible above it. Wealth works in the same way. The early stages often feel slow because progress is happening where you cannot immediately see it. Knowledge is increasing. Skills are improving. Investments are compounding. Habits are becoming stronger. These invisible changes eventually produce visible results. This is why patience is one of the most valuable qualities in building wealth. Patience allows you to trust the process even when results are not immediate. It keeps you moving forward when others give up. It helps you avoid emotional decisions based on fear or frustration. Consistency is equally important. Small, smart decisions repeated over time create extraordinary outcomes. Saving a little money each month may not seem impressive at first, but over years, it can grow into something life-changing. Learning one new skill each year may feel slow, but over a decade it can transform your earning potential. Reading a few pages each day may seem insignificant, but over time it can build knowledge that changes the direction of your life. Many people underestimate the power of small, consistent action because they focus only on dramatic change. They want giant leaps forward, forgetting that success is usually built step by step. Just as a bricklayer builds a house one brick at a time, wealth is built one smart choice at a time. Long-term thinking also protects you from dangerous shortcuts. When people become obsessed with fast results, they are more likely to chase risky opportunities that promise quick wealth. They fall for scams, make impulsive investments, or abandon steady strategies for exciting but unstable options. Short-term thinking creates emotional decision-making, and emotional decisions often lead to loss. Long-term thinkers act differently. They make decisions based on where they want to be years from now, not just how they feel today. They ask themselves, will this choice move me closer to lasting success? This perspective creates discipline and wisdom. This is one of the principles that made Warren Buffett one of the most successful investors in history. He did not build his fortune by chasing quick wins. He focused on steady, thoughtful investments and allowed time to do its work. His success proves that wealth grows best when patience and consistency guide action. Thinking long-term also creates peace of mind. When you stop demanding immediate results, you become less anxious about temporary setbacks. You understand that progress is not always visible right away. You trust that each wise decision is adding value to your future, even if today looks ordinary. The life you dream of is not built through one massive breakthrough. It is built through thousands of small choices made consistently over time. Every dollar saved, every skill learned, every wise investment, and every disciplined action adds another layer to your future success. The key is to stay committed even when progress feels slow. Keep planting seeds even when you cannot yet see the harvest. Stay focused on the bigger picture. Trust that time rewards those who use it wisely. True wealth belongs to those who think beyond today. Be patient enough to let success grow and disciplined enough to keep building. In the end, the people who win are not always the fastest. They are the ones who never stop moving forward.